Yes, yes, Tigers. Welcome back as always. Today we've got some serious nugs to go through. I've only gone and found some stuff that's it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. So I'm gonna let it build up a little minute and then we're gonna get straight involved. No messing about. Let's get the images ready. Make sure this is sharing. Boomba, boomba, boomba. Dave, big up, mate. Big up, Dave Bruce, brother. Maximum respect. And big up the Patreons, by the way. Also, another thing is I've started uploading to the Patreon account. So, because I can't pay homage to you guys at the beginning of videos because I get trolled and you guys get trolled and you get attacked by these people that attack me. I can't put your name up and pay homage. So it feels like it's. So what I've started to do is upload videos directly to Patreon. So yeah, big up Nicky Flea, mate. Maximum respect, brother. And Curly Girly, big up. Yes, one love. AI Geezer, easy JP. What's a guan, bro? Good to see ya. Good to see the usual faces. Yeah, I've obviously I'm driving around Malta delivering like books, and I am coming across all sorts of stuff. I'm telling you, all sorts of stuff. Lend me a tenner. Yes, that the man with the true history is on. Yeah, big up, bro. Yeah, Wicker Man, big up. Oi, brother. Right, so I'm going to literally get involved right now and just start. Right, so forgive me if I miss anyone now because I can't actually see the chat. So I'm just going to get involved and start going through stuff. I found, and again, by the way, this, I don't know what material this is here. It's the same as this. Wherever these blocks are here, it's the same material as this and this. It predates concrete, if you ask me. It's the same as this down here. It's like this grey limestone stuff. But the reason, like, I've never seen it like this before, never seen it like that, using it as to make a platform. Basically, I was in a valley looking for some nugs, and there's meant to be like all sorts of like history in this valley, and there was, believe me, there was so much stuff I'm going to show you now. But I was going from the bottom of the hill or the bottom of the valley, and I was going to walk up because I thought, well, if the water's getting sucked up from the top of there and distributed down, there might be some nugs at the top of this, at the top, like there might be some clues. And as I was walking up, there was all sorts of stuff. I was finding broken channels like this here. And again, like this, I don't even know what material this is. This is definitely not concrete, by the way. And like this is the same material as the floor. It's exactly the same as the floor. So it's like cast. So I don't know if this bit was natural and they broke it down and made a geopolymer out of it. And this is what it is here. I'm not sure, but it's a man-made stone. 100%. It's a man-made stone. You can see all of this bit looks like it's like a concrete mix, that bit. But this bit up here, I don't know what it was. I don't know. It's the same material as this, and it's the same material as this here. This, and this are all the same. But you'll see what I'm saying in a minute. See what I mean? See, it's almost the same as the floor. Right, so you've got this bit here, this here, this, and this. And this is a cobbled old floor, megalithic cobbled old floor, by the way. I don't know if I'll get that in video, but this baffled me. This really baffled me because it's almost, in my opinion, it's a limestone, but it's a geopolymer because it's been, look at it. Look how they've made it. They've cast it to make a little bridge. And there's even a crease mark there, what we call a squidge mark. And apparently this is, well, in the narrative, this area predates, I think it's 1500 BC, this area. So they definitely didn't have concrete, that time ago. Well, in the narrative, concrete come around in the early 1800s. So there's a possibility this could be that, but this layer here is not concrete because, like I said, it's the same as this, it's the same as this, and it's the same as this, and this, and this, and this. There's a little bit underneath here that's in here that looks like it could be reinforced with concrete underneath at a more recent date. But again, this wall seems to be around 20 feet tall, by the way. 20 feet tall. Let me just make sure this is sharing. Yeah, it is. Let's have a look. Sorry if I missed anyone. Let's have a look. Look, sorry guys, let me get back. Victoria Cunningham, big up greetings from Ohio. I hate rats too. Ah, you see, did you? I take it you see the video then. Oh gosh, I sounded like a woman, right? Greetings, Tiger. Good to see you. Big up, Diane. Maximum respect, girl. Just JP. Tombs of the Giants, mate. Very strange stuff. Wait till I show you the nugs. Yeah, Brian, what a go on, bro. I hope you're gravy, mate. I hope you're gravy. Maximum respect, bro. Aggregates. Yeah, Dave, if you look at that bottom layer of that last image, you could really see the aggregates underneath. VJ, what a go on, bro. What a go on, mate. I hope you're good. Let me get this microphone around here. Yeah, I hope you're good, man. Brian VJ, bonjour. Spider-Man, big up. From this angle, it actually looks like a vehicle. Vehicle. So, yeah, this was like an incredible area. So let me just get back to the image. So this is like a megalithic wall, right? Do you know what's funny about this? This is exactly what you see when you go to the oldest temple in Malta. And it's called Gigantia. And it's on an island off of Malta called Gozo. So you go to that place and then you go to a wall that's identical to this. But when you go to that wall and you read a plaque, it says that the wall was built in 1910. But this wall here, this wall right here, this seems to be original and untouched. Everything around it's been decimated and it's around 20 feet tall. I've got a 5-minute video of me walking around this area, so you'll see exactly what I'm saying in a minute. Again, jumping the gun. So I wanted to climb up this little mountain of rubble, and that's what they do. I guess this is from World War II, right? But again, and I don't know what this area was, but whatever it was, this place got smashed to smithereens, absolute smithereens. And all they've done is just put the piles of rubble together. That's all they've done. And another thing they've done was done this. So they put all the part at the top of the pile of the rubble. Look, this is absolute humongous. By the way, it's put the height of this is probably about 30 foot or maybe 40 foot. I don't mean from here walking up is 40 foot. I mean the height from down here to up here is about 40 feet. But what they've done is they put these really old world columns up there. So this is obviously a couple of nugs that were part of this complex that got smashed up into pieces. But what they've done is they've put a little statue of Jesus up there and a cross on top of this pile of rubble. And I guess that's so you don't start moving the rubble around, you know, and start having a look to see what's underneath it. Right. Going back to the wall, just like Gigantia, okay? Exactly the same. This block here is probably about 7 or 8 feet, but just to give you a perspective of how big it is. This wall is about 15 feet, about 15 foot here. And you can see that there's rubble. This is rubble as well. I'm standing on top of piles upon piles of rubble. Look at this place. Look at it. Just left. Oh, and guess what? They've started putting prickly pears there as well. Freshly planted prickly pears. I thought, you slippery gits. We know the script now. We know the script. So these were a couple of nugs that were left sitting on the top of this mountain of rubble. This is the Jesus statue with the cross and all that. I guess it's because I guarantee you there'll be Maltese people that will sit there and go, I'm not going to lift any of these stones up in case Jesus is watching me. It's all subliminal. All this stuff is subliminal. Again, absolute. This is amazing, by the way. This is so amazing. You can see these little keyholes. That's purely for the next block to go on top. Both of them had it. So there was a bit of rebar that went through that, not acting as strengthening, but as in like something to put the next segment in so it don't fall off, you know, not strengthening the actual stone from within, if that makes sense. Again, lovely bit of limestone, by the way, absolute beautiful. And it's that grey colour, isn't it? It's that grey colour that we see earlier when I said they cast that platform. It's very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. I mean, it could be a mixture of, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd love to know what it is, but in my opinion, it's a geopolymer. This hasn't been cut. This has been cast. There's almost like a V part going here, but that could just be done at a later date. So here we go. Look, so again, you can see that the front, this is the back of the wall, right? And again, this is all the rubble going around here. And I'm on the top of the pile. So we don't know what's going on underneath. But on the other side of this, you can see that it's a lovely C shape. Perfect C shape. And again, they've just planted loads of bush inside. When I was in Malta a couple of years ago, I couldn't access this area. You weren't allowed to go there. Not that you weren't allowed to go there, it's just you couldn't get in there. So here we go.
Just found an absolute gold mine of nuggets. Follow the instinct. So you've got all these megalithic blocks up here. They're 6 foot long by 2 foot, some of them. And again, you have all fresh planted prickly pears. Freshly planted.
Look at the blocks on the floor. By the way, look at the block. By the way, look at the blocks on the floor. Humongous. Some of them have got patches grown over it, so you can't see the actual full shape of the block. But I was just looking there and going, what the bloody hell?
They're massive. Then they regrow.
Look at the size of this pile. So we was just up here a minute ago, right? We was just up here. This is that statue of Jesus. This is the cross. And just in front of this pile of rubble is them 2 statues, the base of the statues that we just examined. So you've got this humongous pile of rubble here. Look at the size of it. And then you've got all trees and prickly pears planted all over it. And then you've got this humongous, I think they call this Neolithic. But in my opinion, it's a megalithic wall. Oh, sugar.
I've just found an absolute...
Hang on, let me get back to where we was. Yeah, here.
Then they regrow again in the spring.
Let me just take it back.
How do you know they're freshly planted? Because when they die, they're massive. Then they regrow again in the spring. Like that. Dies, and it's like they come back to life. But look at this. This is like what you're seeing at Gigantea in Gozo. This is unbelievable. And it's just absolute piles of rubble everywhere. Look at it, with a little cross on the top. They put a cross on the top. I'll show you some pictures in a minute. But this is megalithic.
Sorry, hang on a minute. I just want to say hello to a couple of people in the chat because I feel rude not saying hello. Denise, big up, girl. Maximum respect. Good to see ya. Corey, big up, bro. Gog McGog, big up. Sean G, blocks in the ground could be top of a wall. 100%. Denise, yep, so I just read that. Sorry, I just wanted to read off some names. Pedro Vitalis, big up, mate. Incredible stuff. Wish I got to see the nugs from side. Wish I got to see the nugs from mate, oh my God. Oh my gosh, I haven't, mate. Yo, Pedro, good to see you. Right, guys, I'm going to hey, Paul, catching up, been on holiday. Where did you go, mate? Let me know where you went. Interesting. I have to visit the hospital on Tuesday. I hope everything goes well for you, Brian, mate. I really do. My heart and my whole soul wishes you the best, bro. Sure does seem to me that much effort is put forth to obstruct or Scottish in the silence those question the narrative. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, right? I'm just going to go off topic a little bit, but it's not off topic. It's just another segment within the topics. I've come across game-changing. Sorry, Dave. Don't mean to be rude. I've just got to get rid of that. I've come across game-changing information that backs up what we say, backs up the opinions, and it goes against what they've been saying in recent history. And when I mean recent history, I mean like school books, narratives that are played out now. Not for our nans and granddads 50, 60 years ago, the current narratives now. So I'm going to do a video tomorrow and it's going to absolutely knock your socks off. I told you, these places in Malta are not all air raid shelters. I'm just going to give you a little snippet now. There was a scheme going on called the Shelter Scheme in Malta in World War II, and it was a scheme to dig out shelters. The shelters that got dug out were just cubicle shelters. But I'll go into all this tomorrow, all right? Basically what I'm trying to get at is it means that what I was showing you was pure apartments. And another thing is, I'm not going to go into it. I'll show you all tomorrow. I'm going to show you everything tomorrow. I'm just going to carry on with this video. Sorry, guys. Let me get down here. Sure, West Coast of France Bordeaux got that would blow your knock socks off. Nice. Are you using a metal detector? No, I haven't got one. I haven't got one. Gina Dean, glad I caught you. Big up, girl. Maximum respect. Yes, Brian. Best of luck, man. Yeah, best of luck, Brian. Best of luck, man. Neolithic, new stone picked up and rebuilt. Yeah, Freemasons. The Freemasons, you know, the Freemasons. Come on, I need to get my haircut tomorrow. When I get my haircut, it reveals more of a bloody more hairline, you know. It's just flipping getting out of hand now. It's getting out of hand. I might start growing dreads. I might grow some dreads. Right, sorry, get back to
what
this.
you said, you can see. And again, fresh planted. Fresh planted. So look, I'll just give you an idea of these blocks. But basically, it's 20 foot tall. It's 3 of me. Like, flipping hell. It's got to fix it up. Right, that's what's dangerous. Look at the size of these. This is like what they call Neolithic, right? What's going on here? I was going to see a skull or something, you know? But yeah, there we go. Like, look at it. Absolute humongous 20 foot Neolithic wall. Just, and we're quite high up above sea level. Sea level's down there, you can see. But look at this pile here, start from down here up to there, is about 30 foot tall of rubble. So yeah, unbelievable. Just got to remember my way out now. Oh, mosquito. Yeah, look at this.
And then, most recently, probably after World War II, the farmers rebuilt walls. So they made their own patches of land and rebuilt the walls out of it. Look, sorry, just to keep pausing it, but look at the walls going round. Even sorry, I'm pointing at the screen, but let me use the mouse. These are all done with the same rubble. It's all the same rubble. Just makes you wonder what the heck was there before, right?
And then obviously, not just forgot about, they made it inaccessible. You've got a load of these channels everywhere. Cast limestone. You got lions on there, look at that. How you can pick all that up, that's limestone. And it looks like I get so nervous when I'm in this sort of terrain. Purely because of animals. If it's me and like some big cat, I'm gone, brown bread. So, again, you've got another one of the little channel things. Very interesting play. It's just absolutely smashed up and left alone. It's left for nature to do its thing. When I was doing research on this area, it did actually say that there was meant to be some water, some sort of, look, this is a floor. It's like crazy paving floor, like Neolithic, megalithic. Again, we got a cast, again, like, this is just absolutely proves me right so much. We have a cast limestone. Yeah, this is the same limestone as the floor here. By the way, it's exactly the same. But this one is clearly cast. Absolute cast on it. So, it's the same material. This is the same as this. Alright? But that one's cast. And that's... What the fuck, mate?
Sorry about the swearing. Like I said, I get very nervous about animals. So when something touches my leg, in my brain, it's either a rat or a lizard or a snake. So I instantly get scared.
like that. But these are blocks. These are blocks, right? They could be cast as well. It looks like it's part of an old column. Cool, there's some nugs down here, I tell you. Look, another one of these cast platforms, I guess. Unbelievable. Wow, and again, more of these little like segments of a channel to bring water up, because like I was saying a minute ago, there's a lot. I just got done by a load of prickly pears all on my shoulder. Oh my god, I've got about 150 prickly pear pricks in my shoulder now. Flip's sake. Oh, and there's a wasp. Oh my god, I need to get out of here. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's a water. Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Sorry about swearing. So I think I'll start swearing, so I don't want to. I'll cut it off anyway.
Sorry about that, guys. You've got some entrances over there, but inaccessible because this is like a private garden. There's mental stuff. Flipping hell, what's that?
Look.
This, what is this material? Look at this. What? I don't even know what this is. Look at that. Definitely not machine. That's like casting something. That's why it's like that. I hope the camera's picking this up. I don't know what material this is. But the wall, it's just part of the wall. Unbelievable. It's proper grey. Like it's like not. It don't look like this is it here. It's not like concrete. It's like I don't know. It's like there's no particles. It's just one thing. Obviously, with concrete, it's like sand and cement. Like you can see the particles. That's just like one thing. God, I need to spend a day down here. But I need pulled over to have a little look. And again, you've got a little valve set here, so I don't know if it works or not, but it does prove that this area was significant to supplying water. Oh, look here, there's a pipe there as well. But again, I don't know if I think they're old. I think they're not being used again anymore. But this is probably just a little bit above sea level, or probably the same as sea level, because you can see that it rises back up over there. But the sea's over there. Again, this area is just being used for agriculture. That's what they do. They fill in these holes, well, not holes, but these cavities once they've done all the mashing up, and then they use it in agriculture. So I'm going uphill again now. Yeah, I think this was like a major reservoir and pumping set area, because there's loads of remnants of really old buildings around here. But never mind. Anyway, guys, that was just a quick one.
Right. So, what's people saying? Let me see what people are saying. Prickly, yes, mate. I got done so bad by them prickly pears. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable, cousin. Right. Now, I'm going to show you something else, because I come across... Oh, where's this screen gone? Some walls that were geopolymer. Now, I'm going to show you this now. It's going to knock your absolute socks off. Chalk. Sean, are you talking about that stone? Sean, are you talking about the stone we just looked at? It was more to me like a clay, sort of blue clay. It felt like. That's what it seemed like to me. Smooth as a baby bum. A babby. Ah, I forgot about you and your accent, Nicky, mate. All those prickly pears are definitely agenda to keep you away, 100%. What's up with the... Yeah, I know. Boston Ray, slice of the mud. Big up, brother. Good to see you, mate. Very good to see you. Colin, big up, mate. Gina Dean. Sorry if I'm missing anyone. I'm really not doing it on purpose. I'm just trying to do this. I'm not very good at multitasking. Welcome. Dome. Yes, just found your channel through Stu the Wanderer. Sub, mate. Good stuff. Big up, Stu, as well, mate. I haven't seen this geezer in a long time. I don't know where he's at. Looks the same as old Egyptian vases. Sorry about the spelling. Same marks, though. Yeah, big up, mate. It looked like pottery. It did, man. It did. This is really cool. Victoria sent me to your channel, YouTube. Victoria? Who's Victoria? I can't wait to go and see the one before this one. Yeah, I mean, what I'll say to you, Shine, is go back about a month. Go back about a month or maybe 2 months, and then you've got some real serious nuggets of videos. I've been working for 2 months to remain in the country and to obviously to live. So I haven't been making solid videos. The only videos I could really do are these ones where I'll sit here and I'll waffle with video footage I've collected before work and after work. So it's non-stop for me. Find dust all over the world, just add water. Exactly. Machine mark, working marks, regularly spaced lines. Yeah. Anyway, let me get to this. So when I see this, like, unbelievable. These are just straight up geopolymer walls, right? This here, from here, is about 30 feet tall, and it's about 2 foot wide, right? And that's another one over there. So about 100 meters away, you've got another wall. So from here to here is about 30 meters, and from here to here is about 70 meters. Let me make sure this is sharing. Yeah. Right. So again, you can see absolute joint marks. You can see the squidge marks. There's another joint. This is another joint going down here. And again, this is close to the finished wall. These walls must have been rendered with some sort of terrazzo or decorative finish, or just maybe some sort of weathering to protect the geopolymer. Because if you look at it, let me get another. Again, look at this. Look at this absolute megalithic blockwork done in sections. And again, let's think about this. Let's logically think about this. So this is meant to be a garden where they can grow fruit and veg, right? So they strip it down to what it is. It's a wall, okay? It's a wall. Look at this. Look at this. You've got another wall in the background, like I said, wall. So they want us to believe they excavate. Let's do some mathematics. So I actually know from this side to this side is around 100 meters. Not here, because I'm just showing you one section of it. But from one end to the other end is about 100 meters. And then it's about 30 meters from where I'm standing to the wall. So we know by them estimate mathematics. Look at this joint mark. It's unbelievable. And then the squidge marks and where they just joined on top. And again, even here, you know that look at that. Look, again, this triangular shape. It's unbelievable. This is a triangle, this one that's been cast here. Unbelievable. And it's like someone's come along and tried to shoot it up or damage it or something. Right, so we know, let's do some mathematics. The base of this is around 300 meters, all right? And I'd say it's about 5 meters deep. So we've got the sum. So we're talking about 1,200 meters cubed. Right, understand what I'm saying. Sorry to sound patronizing. 1,200 meter cube. They would have done to excavate to make a wall like this. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Let me just get to the chat. Brian, big up. Sean, what? Big up, Mick Lee. That a defensive ditch in front of the wall? No. These are walls. These are geopolymer walls. I'm going to show you. I've got so much evidence of this stuff. They're just straight up walls. They're about 2 foot wide and go on for about 100 meters. And they've just been cast. Some of them are like weird shapes. Some of them are circular. Some are straight lines. They're just cast. So anyway, let's get back to it. Dal Hannum, big up. Oh, sorry, mate. That's what I've always seen there. Yes, New Mexico. Big up Colorado border. Right, so let me get to this. So now I'm standing on the wall, okay? Another thing they've done is you can't actually see this stuff because when you're driving along and you're driving along the wall, driving along the road, you can't see this because this is like down. The roads are high up. So they've put these stones on top of all of these walls. So if you do look over the wall, what I'm standing on right now, then you will see just the stones. You literally have to stand on the wall where I'm standing to see all this. Do you get me? So I'm standing on the wall. This is the geopolymer wall. You can see how thick it is. This one here is less than 2 foot wide. But again, you can see they put stones on it to make it look like, again, another wall here. This is a straight up wall, just geopolymer. In the background, it's another massive cavity. You've got a well here as well, by the way. This is a well. And you've got a door going through there into another garden. So these are just straight up walls that have been cast. And like I said, this is the road. This is the road up here. So you're looking down into all this. And again, they line the roadside with these blocks. You can't actually get out, all right? You can't get out and look at this. I've done this because I got out and I walked over to it. Like, you're not going to be able to do this stuff. So here you can see it's all here. All absolute geopolymer. There's even, it looks like they've even put a keystone with 3 blocks in it there. And then you've got slabs going over it here. But again, squidge marks, triangles, squares, the whole lot, everything. And they've just let nature do its thing here. That's what they've done. So going back, now I'm going to walk along this wall to show you how long it is. All right, and don't forget, it's in a series. So you've got another wall behind there, and there's another wall behind there. But there's so much flora about that it's hard to see it. And again, it's part of the script. Put loads of bush down, put things that are deterrents down, put bees' nests down, you know, and then you don't go near it. So I'm just showing you this wall now. I'm showing you this cast wall. I'm showing you how deep it is, but this has just been filled in with mud. Over down here, you can see it's quite deep, but up here, it's not that deep. It's probably about a 10-foot drop. But over there, it's about 30 foot deep. Again, in the background, I'm zooming in, you can see this geopolymer wall, identical to this. It's just a cast wall. So all they've done is they probably built some sort of wooden framing. I don't believe that they used iron sheeting because there's not a big amount of stone there, you know. They're quite thin, sliver walls. It's not like they're massive megalithic blocks, like I don't know, like 50-ton blocks, you know. And you can see like how they've done it in sections. Like the actual sections are not that big. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this is straight up block work. Or unless this down here could be the print of the boarding, like here to here, like this to this. But it could just be the separation of the blocks. Look, you can see here another separation there.
Just geopolymer walls.
I don't know what this is all about either as well. Like what's this about? Was this like for a natural thing? Was this like so birds or bees could come here or wasps or something? I don't know. I'm pretty sure a couple of birds come out of there, like pigeons. There we go, look. Look at this. Where is it? They're like cinder blocks with like the front chopped off basically. But you can see when you're driving along and you look over this, you actually just see the tips. So you just see these walls. You don't actually see all this geopolymer. And look at that joint mark, straight up joint mark. And this has just been cast on top of each other here. Like I say, some of the joints, like the mixture will congeal like this, so you lose the joint marks, or some of the joints stay. But going back at a 45-degree angle, look at that. And like I said, these walls are 2 foot thick. Don't worry, I've got so much footage of this stuff. Again, another area. Just what they do. You can't actually get. This is not accessible. I had to get out of the car and walk over here. Very thin roads. I had to walk on the walls to get to this part. So you can see here, that it's been cast in sections. You can see the sectional block work, and then you can see where they've stuffed in on top of each other in the moulding. So they'd have had boards up this side, boards up the other side, and then just pushed in the stone before it cured, obviously, while it was malleable. So again, you've got another one of these walls, and again on top they put this. But you know this has just been filled in with rubble, fauna, and all sorts of stuff down here. This probably goes down a lot deeper. It does actually. Let me show you. Again, I'm in the same spot, but I'm just panning around to the right. And you've got another the wall. The wall continues. This is the wall. And look at this. Unbelievable. So this is not acting like sedimentary rock, is it? This is not. First of all, I know I sound like a broken record, but we don't see no marine biology, and we do not see any striations, and we do not see anything that looks like it's been compressed by weight. If something's been compressed by weight from above, then you have flat lines. You don't have them stacked up like books left and right. Again, another wall here and another wall here. This is a different area. I've just walked further down the road, and again, this is very inaccessible. Let me show you how inaccessible this is. This is one wall. This is another wall. Again, they're both 2 foot thick. Again, this is another wall. It's just straight up cast, and another wall here. Right, this one's less than 2 foot thick. Again, another wall, just a straight up wall. This one actually goes around in the shape of a D. Look at that, and you can just see the lines of the squidge marks. Look at that. Look at it. You can see. It's unbelievable stuff. It's unbelievable. Look at this. And again, they put these blocks on the top to make it look like that's all you see basically when you're driving. You don't see none of this. It's only because I clocked it out the corner of my eye. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to get out and have a look at this. And I was like, nah. So, again, this is that wall that's been cast. Again, you can see the sliver. You can see that it's not even 2 foot thick, this one here. You can look at this. Right, so what's going on here? Sedimentary rock, right? Look at it. You can see the lines. This is where it's been put into the mould. Got squish marks here. And this is going round, like I said, like a D. So it's a straight line, and then it curves around there. Boom. So here we go. Less than 2 thick, 2 foot. Right? And when you drive past, all you see is this top bit. You don't see these geopolymer walls. Right, there we go. I'll leave this for you. Right, so this is the road. It's very thin. There's no pavement. And you can see how high I am because I'm above the tree on the left, trees on the left-hand side. I'm above them. So I'm probably about 20 foot up, 24 foot up, 25 foot up. Good. So by the way, I'm looking at this here. This is one wall. This is another wall. This is that one that's a D, that goes around like a D.
Absolute cast walls.
Look.
Right. This is probably about 60 metres from here to here.
So basically it's from here, this wall here, to the wall that we just looked at is 60 metres in my opinion.
Marks the lot.
Look at it.
And they're not even thick. That's the other thing. Look, even all on this side. They're just very thin geopolymer walls. Okay, let's look. And this is how thick it is. It's less than a metre thick.
So again, let's just do the mathematics. For this wall to be here, they would have had to excavate all of this land. That is a ridiculous amount of land to excavate. Stupid amount. Like we did the mathematics a minute ago. It's 1,200 meters cubed of limestone to be excavated to make a wall 2 foot thick. Like how bonkers is that? It's absolute bonkers.
So it's about 800 mil. Look at that.
Got another wall here.
Let me just show you. Oh, look, this is what I meant. You can't even get round here. Look, concrete coming. Fuck, I'm fucked, right?
Sorry about the swearing. But I've got my back to the road now and I'm squashed up against the blockwork so the lorry can pass. And the point of me saying that is you can't get out down these roads and have a look. It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. It's just not feasible. Like, it's not worth it. But for me, it is, because I'm out collecting these sort of nugs. Anyone else, so you wouldn't. There's no point. One, you block up the road when you get out, and two, there's no path, and you've got lorries like this coming down, which is extremely dangerous.
So I mean, like, you can't actually get down here. So yeah. So look, it's just cast walls. Even all the way up at the back. Oh. The Truman Show, isn't it? What's happened here? It's the absolute Truman Show.
It's funny, isn't it, how there was no one around 2 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden, about 30 cars pass.
God, there was no one here a minute ago. It's just like the Truman, isn't it? So yeah, over there. Wow, what's happened here, eh? I swear to God. That's crazy. God, they think I'm going to like walk out in front of the car. It just goes on and on though, look.
Yeah. I don't really want to get that. Yeah. There we go.
Very thin.
Now this is mad because
How deep that goes.
look how deep this is.
No one's down there. But let me just show you.
Again, this is the same colour limestone as what we see in the valley that I showed you a minute ago. It's that grey colour limestone.
Wow. Wow.
And again, you've got a bit of a geopolymer wall poking out here. Look at all this rubble everywhere. And you've got another bit of a wall here. Look at that joint mark. That's a straight up joint mark there. And these are squidge marks. And then you've got this wall built on top. But again, someone's come along, thrown loads of mud down there, planted all this, like, I don't know, whatever it is, weed and stuff. And then it's just been used as a dump site.
Again, you've got more of a bit of a GOP wall just poking out there. Whatever's happened here, it's just been decimated. Look at that wall. It's not just a wall, it's like, it's made out of like blocks, broken blocks, but behind that is the earth. We're not on about that, anyway. We're on about these geopolymer walls that are just lining everywhere. So, interesting stuff. And obviously, we're in my manor, St. Paul's Garden, which is a building site. Obviously, it's a building site. I'm surprised no dogs come running up here. Up in here.
What's happened to them? Let's have a look, see what people are saying. Freshwater tanks makes sense though. Yes, freshwater farming, very sketchy, Paul. Yes, the thin walls hold water, not hold. Thin walls hold water, not hold back people. Thin walls hold water, not hold back people. I don't know what you mean, mate, but let me just explain something to you. These walls are artificial walls. Geopolymer mold and plasticity state of the mixtures could explain the mysterious nubs found on megalithic sites. David, I've done so many videos on that, mate. Them nub marks are where they've pumped the stone like with arms, that's what the arms connect to. So that's why you've got the nubs there still. I say water tanks or fish ponds. Definitely water tanks, in my opinion. 100% water tanks. All walls have purpose. Yeah, I believe they're just separating. I reckon they're just separating like either people's land or different fruit and veg. Old, mate? Very old. I believe it's extremely old. Scalaware. Paul, you think it could be Scalaware? What's Scalaware? Listen up again. I think that shimmery stone you saw at that garden is a lanthanoid, rare earth mineral. Okay, I've got quite a lot of that, and I have access to kilograms of that stuff. So let me know. Not a fault. This is definitely not a fault. This is for agriculture. 100% agriculture. The man hard at work. Yeah, big up, mate. Big up, Johnny Wick, man. Good to see you guys. Old, mate? Yeah, definitely old. Right, so just need to get back to the things. So I've shown you, like, let me just show you some images of it then. Right. Oh, don't know. Sorry, guys. Let me get this one up. So I've done the valley. So, right. I've got so much nugs to go and do this weekend. It's unbelievable, man. I've got so much stuff. I need to get my hair cut first. That's the main thing. Get my hair cut. And, yeah. All old orchids had walls around them. That's interesting. That's very interesting, mate. I'm really knackered, man. You can see it. Yeah, so I'm going to some catacombs next week that's like locked up and open once a month. They're meant to be the best preserved catacombs. But what's very fishy about this is when I was looking at the images, I was like, man, this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, this is the tip of the iceberg. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to going there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what nugs we get in there. But needs dating. 2000 BC, all they had was bows and arrows, walls that were hard to penetrate them. I would say, I don't know how old. I'd say older than 2000 years, definitely. I believe it's part of the man-made island that's been built on top of. But these parts that I'm looking at now, we don't get to see because they're inaccessible. Do you think the box holes in the walls that are spread out along the surfaces could have had maybe water turbines for free energy? Maybe. That's a good shout, mate. But I personally believe they were for bees, animals like bees, wasps, maybe honey, birds, maybe just things like that. But that's only my opinion, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? No one actually knows, so it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but it don't matter who's right, who's wrong. Do you think that? Oh, sorry, I just read that. A lot like the Mayans and the Inca buildings on megalithic foundations. Yeah, definitely, man. Sarah, big up, Sarah. Maximum respect. Right. This one here. Let's get this gone. Let's get that one out of the way. Right. The next lot that I'm going to show you is, again, game changing. Absolute game changing. So, I live extremely close to Valletta. So, it's so easy for me to go to Valletta because that's where the nugs are. I think you're on the scent. Tip off till was a cement truck went by. Yeah, I know. You know the script, Denise. You remind me of Ken with your new haircut. Nice to get you. I haven't had a haircut yet. That's probably why I look like Ken. More like Ken Barlow, not Ken out of bloody Ken and Barbie. Cool, that's a compliment, mate. More like Ken Barlow out of Coronation Street. That's what I look like. Right, present. Oh, what's happened, dear girl? Get back up there. There we go. Make sure she's sharing. Yes, she is. Right, so I'm in another part of the island now. I'm gonna have to go inside it. This is part of the complex. Poking out again. You have all the fauna. You got it just screams stuff going on in here. You've got another entrance up here that seems to be blocked up. You've got a blocked up entrance here, and you've got like a 45-degree angle ramp going up there in the same stone as this. We don't see no compressed marine biology. I'm sorry to go on like this, but I have to say it because there's people that join that don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. So we have no striation marks. We have no compressed marine biology. All we have is joint marks and squidge marks. Why isn't this changing? So guys. And again, this is the same area. I've just I'm standing here taking this photo, and then on the next image, I'm standing where the mouse is, right? So I'm standing here looking at this one here. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on in here? So yeah, this is definitely worth looking. I think I might be able to squeeze under there. It's just what scares me is the thought of these blocks falling on me. That's what scares me. Like here, it's much better view. Look at that, though, you know. Does it look appealing to you? Does to me. Now, again, humongous megalithic blocks. This is a different area, but part of a complex again. You can see joint marks. You can see squidge marks. Look, this is done in like 3 squidges here. You've got an absolute massive joint mark there. And it looks like some sort of service come down the wall here as well. And there. But you've got another entrance there. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know if people are going to see it, but I can see these humongous blocks that are probably about 60 foot tall. Can you see it? They go up to this line here. In fact, this one seems to go a little bit higher, like here. 1, 2, 3. And we know when we examine these, we know that they go back in 45-degree angles. You can see that there's some sort of iron was there as well. But again, same with this wall. This is just the front. This has obviously been damaged, and they've rebuilt the front of this with block work. But again, block, 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 block. And like I say, these are tunnels or vents for any Malta. Any Malta is the energy company in Malta. So they occupy, or I don't know if they own, but I know they occupy all the tunnels. So you'll have services running through there, cables, 11,000 volt cables, water, waste, all sorts of stuff running through this. Again, same area. I'm just going to turn the camera around to the left, and you can see that this is all the same structure. And they just built directly on top here. You can see, look at these joint marks. Look at this. But they've just built on top. This building has no foundations. But in this building, you can go downstairs, and you go downstairs into the geopolymer. Crazy, right? Render, a bit of render that's absolutely new to me. I haven't seen this bit before, and it's about 1 inch thick, and it's red, and it's quite high up on the wall, so I couldn't access it too well, so I had to zoom in. Again, you've got this chase mark that's been filled in. Then again here, and again here, there's no one that's been filled in. But look at this is what I mean. This is the render. And again, there's probably some sort of service that went behind there. Bonkers, isn't it? Now, this building up to here, even up to here is done in GOP. So you know that this structure here was made out of like cast stone, right? Then it's got broken, and then they just replicated what was there before by building up with blockwork. But you can see that the front or the face of this building here is geopolymer stone all the way up to here. And then this is a new arch, and then it continues from geopolymer here. I'm just gonna outline it for you so you guys can see. Up here, up to this arch. Obviously, this arch goes into the geopolymer wall. Looks like there are stairs there at some point, and it's all stone. It's all artificial geopolymer stone. And again, same building. I've just walked around the corner now, so I can show you this side of it. And going up the whole of the top of the building is geopolymer. Look at that. So it's the same as all this. It's the same as this. All of this. This building here, which is connected to this here, is this. You get me? It's all connected. The whole lot's connected. This building here is opposite this. And this is the GOP. And then this is next to it. It's all connected, all of it. So this is the building that we're just examining here. Remember when I just said to you a minute ago, they broke down the bottom bit and filled it with blockwork. This is all geopolymer. I know I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, and this is the shot. So you can see it all in one hit. And funnily enough, this is a port here. And this is where all the massive ships come in and dock. Look at that geezer looking at me. But yeah, look, so they want us to believe, right, that they've excavated this whole area to keep this bit of stone to make this house, so they could carve this house, which is bonkers. And again, you can see this. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because it shows you the tool marks, and people will say these are tool marks where they've cut it out. But I'm going to show you now, these are tool marks, so the render, which is right next to it, sitting on top of it, can stick to it. That's all it is. See here, the stone's deteriorated. Like, this is the finished wall, complete finished wall. This is why I took the photo. Completely finished wall. It's rendered, everything. The renders come off, we're left with the scratch marks, the pre-render. This is what I call it. So this is why I like. This is why I took this shot specifically, because it shows you the stages. So you've got the render, then we've got the stage pre-render, then we've got what they like to say natural. This is completely natural, and it's nothing more, nothing to look at. It's just the natural stone that they've chopped up. But really, it's been part of a building, and before this looked like this, it looked like this, and then before this looked like this, it looked like that. So let me just move along for you again. So when people say this stone is not real, right? Why is there limestone like this? Like, look at this. Let me just. This is seeping down the wall. What's happened here? It's actually seeping over the bloody, what do you call it? Render. So I don't know what's going on here. Look at this. But again, you've got the scratch marks here, the tool marks, so the render could stick to it. But I really am baffled with this. Like, you can see, it's like paint has fallen down the wall. Again, all the scratch marks for the render. That's what it's for. And down here is an entrance. Definitely not cut out for World War II, pre-World War II. And if you need to be here tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to blow the history books out of the water. I've come across stuff that backs up everything I've been saying. Everything. Again, you've got all sorts of fibers inside this stone, which don't make sense. And you've got the render on the wall here. And you've got a bit of render in the corner. So the render was going around the whole thing, but for some reason, it's managed to stay there. Yeah, so what are you saying about that, guys? What are you saying about that? Let's see who's in the manor. Johnny Wick, yes. Michelle Gibson and Bickliffe are outstanding on ley lines. Yes, they are. Gary Bickliffe. Is this the guy from New Zealand? I think Iceberg. Can't wait to find out what's underground cities, connection tunnels worldwide, and ocean saltwater too. Wait till tomorrow's episode. It's gonna knock your socks off. Only half of you in the chat have liked and clicked. Oh, please give us a like. That's what helps me out. Cheers. Why the arches? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe support between the two. I don't know. Or maybe they're going to build a bridge there and didn't do it. Or maybe there was a bridge there. Ley lines and vortexes are tricky info. Yes, 100%. Just like Petra. Exactly. Policed by consent audits. Hi, Paul. Loving the work. And Norlaj. Big up, mate. Have you got videos about audits, by the way? If you have, I need to go and look at your channel because I love stuff like that. Crop circles too. Yeah. Arches are tied to magnetic power of the poles and positive and negative. Interesting. Is this live safe? Any rats? Did you like that then? Did you like the rats? Because that scared me like no tomorrow. Awesome, Paul. Great research, brother. Maximum respect, right, mate? Massive exposure today. Yeah, I know. I ask questions. And 2-3 days later it comes back. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That Gary Bickliffe. I messaged this guy when I first went over to Portland. I messaged him and he told me, I said, mate, you spent 30 years here. Do you not find anything a bit suspect about all these megalithic blocks everywhere and the frequency patterns that are made out of stone? And he wrote back like one sentence. Yeah, the locals done it. And I thought, well, you spent 30 years here, mate, and that's your answer. And then I watched him on some show, and he was literally saying everything I said, and I was like, "What the bloody hell? Like, you've changed your tune, mate." So I messaged him straight after. I said, "Mate, like, why did you lie to me and tell me that?" And then he goes, "Oh, I guess I did lie. Like, I'm gonna have to pull." I just find it very weird. That guy was very weird. But yeah, I do know Gary Bitcliffe. I do know him. You scared the crap out of me. I know you. I was scared. Believe me. Is there the triumphal arch in Malta? I don't know if there is. I've got a belief that the original indigenous people of the British Isles are the lost tribes of the Israelites, and some believe they were giants. Good points there, mate. Good points, because when I've done research on the United Kingdom, and I did a lot of boots to the ground in the United Kingdom, it seems that the primitive stuff is giant stuff, megalithic stuff, especially around the southeast coast and the south coast. It's all massive block work. Interesting. We'd like to see down with Martin and we'd like to see you doing a sit down with Martin and Jason. I'd love to. They're probably the only two guys that I'm ever going to work with, and Campbell on YouTube. I'm not. No one else. Oops, just liked. Good evening, Paul. Sorry for a slight confusion. Oh, what happened? I caught you live. I was trying to help someone wanted to know about how to contact, and I explained it as in the description. No worries, mate. It's all gravy, man. It's all gravy. Give Paul a like. Big up, man. Indigenous peeps of British Isles. It's all going to come out now. I know, man. I know. And don't forget, everything's flipped upside down. So whatever you think is wrong is probably right, and vice versa. So all the different types of catacombs have the exact same layouts, even though they're supposedly made different people at different times. Yeah, but I've got another thing about this, mate. Right, and because I've been in so many catacombs now, like we are only given sections of the catacombs to go and look at, and these sections that we're given are all identical. All identical. You've got the little table in the middle, and you've got these little semicircle windows. But when you go off the beaten track inside the catacombs, you come across other stuff. Let me show you. Sorry, I'm just going to show you one thing, and then I'm going to love you and leave you. Because just to show this guy, pictures, nugs. Here. Right. So, geezer. I'm just going to show you this image. Present. Oh, where is she? Here we go. Right, so this is in a catacomb in Malta, all right? Get rid of that. This is not what we're told, okay? This is definitely not what we're told. You've got stairs over here. You've got stairs going down to another part. You've got some sort of cupboard bit here with a shelf. This is not and absolutely blocked up there. And you've got these big arched windows, arched doors, and you've got something that looks like maybe a service could come down here, a pipe or a cable. Let me just find a better image for you. Blocked up down here. This is blocked up here. You can see stairs actually going up, not blocked up. But this is blocked up round here. So this is a part of a catacomb that you are not allowed in. So what I'm trying to get at while I'm saying this to you is we are just given the same sections that look the same. And we can go in there and we can go and have a look around and go, oh, this is old, this is nice. But if you're a logical thinker, then you know for a fact that you would not put dead people in there because it's absolutely stink. These places were not sealed airtight because there's holes going through wall to wall and from these catacombs to the next ones. And again, if you want to go down to a bit of science, if they are for people to sit inside, they weren't for humans because they're tiny. Huge refrigerators and granaries. Did you just look at that last image, mate? Old world, exactly. And that's what I mean. They're complexes, and we're just given segments of them. Purchased and disappeared. Yeah, I know. Brutus, who found Britain, was a giant. His city was Plymouth. Interesting. Big up, Sabretooth. Seems evidence just gets purchased and disappeared. Yeah, you know. Old world. Big up, brother. Big up. Maximum respect, mate. Orange tiger, oranges. Yes, brother. Maximum respect. Maybe you should talk to the people at university, see if you can get into restricted sections. I'd love to. But I'm just a bit paranoid now. I don't want to go into these sections with people because I just don't trust no one no more. Not one single person. Apparently, it was all blocked up in 1940 after a tour party of teachers, and 30 children went missing and never seen again. I believe that was like before World War II, mate. I believe that was well before World War II. I think it was in 1915. Dr. Longo is in the house. A big up, maximum respect. I can't even link him, mate. I don't know how to get your link up on it. But big up, man. Maximum respect, bro. I've been finding some serious nugs, mate. Serious nugs. Maybe you should talk to some. Yeah, sorry, just read that. Catacombs are to discourage you from digging deeper. Exactly, because you feel guilty and you go in there with some respect, like you don't want to poke your head around. You don't. When you go in these, I've watched people. I'm a people watcher. I watch people just for the fun of it, and you watch people in there. They're doing all this. They're like this. They're looking at stuff, and they're really careful and conscious when they're in there. And again, it's micromanagement. I'm just tuning in. Yes. Big up. Amazing. Thanks for the hard work, Kiki. Cheers, man. What's up, yo? There, you get the love, mate. You get the love in here, Florida, mate. You get the love. Paul, do you know Praveen Mahan? I know who he is, of course. I love that geezer. I absolutely love him. It's like that, isn't he? Hello. Yeah, no, I love that geezer, man. And the stuff that he goes and sees is, again, that's another area that I need to go to. I've got Egypt and India. That was 1930, the school kids went missing. Yeah, I knew it was pre-World War II. Johnny Wick, big up, brother. Yes. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you because it's 7 o'clock and I've got to make myself some dinner and that, you know. And again, my eyes are getting tired. Right. I'm working in. Do you know what? I'm working in a van with no aircon at the minute. Yeah. No aircon, and it's like it's not that hot, but it's still like 30 degrees. 30 degrees, something like that. And I'm doing like 40 deliveries in a van, so it's flipping. Big up, Cherie girl. Maximum respect. I'm just about to duck out, but easy, Tiger. What's the possibilities you find in someone who works for the public service that would be keen to? No one. I guarantee they sign NDAs, 100%. Greetings from Netherlands. Big up, man. I'd love to go back there and have a bun up. Love to. Thanks so much, Paul. Yeah, guys, listen, tomorrow, it's very important. Tomorrow, I have absolute serious nugs to show you. It's gonna knock your socks right off. So I'm going to be doing the session around the same time. I'm going to have a siesta, and then I'm going to wake up fresh, and I'm going to jump on here, and I'm going to bless you guys with information that I come across yesterday. And like I always do, I scan it so I can save my reaction so we can share it together at the same time. Oh shit, I'm about these notes. Mate, tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow. One love, beautiful people. Big up everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for modding, guys. Big up the big dogs in the game. Great stream. Cheers, mate. Nice one, man. Nice one. Sup. You're the rock star. Yeah, rock sock. My hair. Salute. Big up. Anyway, I'm going to go, guys, because I'm falling asleep. One love. One day it'll be big. Ta-da. Blessings.